opposition become more government than the government itself? That's a question that we'll be trying to unravel this afternoon, because apparently it seems that since the broad-based government of President William Samoei Ruto extended the handshake to opposition leader, the opposition group or the Raila allies have become more government than the government itself. They seem to be speaking for the government, and that's what we are going to focus on this afternoon. If it is your first time on my channel, please don't leave without hitting that subscription button, so that when I do subsequent video, you'll not miss out. Before the election of 2022, opposition was a harsh critic of President William Samoei Ruto. The firebrand politicians like Edwin Sifuna, Junet Mohammed, Babu Owino were these gun for hire or Raila's guns that were directed straight to President William Samoei Ruto. But in the recent turn of event, when President Ruto made a broad-based government and brought in the so-called experts, it seems that the opposition has now fully settled in the government. This is because that the opposition seems to be talking the same language with the government. We have previous video and so many videos that I'll not play afternoon about opposition critiquing the government. But right now, there is a video that Junet Mohammed was seen in Undani, Taita Taveta, saying that since their manifesto and that of President somehow agree together, the opposition has no reason to go against President William Samoei Ruto. Let's watch this video.
Jambo la pili, Mheshimiwa Rais. Jambo la pili ni ya kwamba Mheshimiwa Rais, sisi kama watu wa Azimio, kwanza mimi ndio kiongozi ya upinzani hapa Kenya kikatiba, kwa sababu mimi ndio minority leader. Wale watu wanatembea hapa kando kando wanasema hao na pinzani, hawa ni watu fake. Upinzani ni mimi, na mtu asichukue kazi yangu tafadhali. Hiyo ndio ile kazi Mungu amenipatia, tafadhali waacheni kazi yangu. So your excellency, mimi wakati wa uchaguzi watu wetu wa Azimio na walikuwa na manifesto, watu yako pia walikuwa na manifesto. Watu walikuwa wanasema wanataka kujenga manyumba, low cost housing. Watu walikuwa wanataka kusema ati wanataka kufanya industry kama hii unafungua jana. Watu walikuwa wanasema wanataka kufanya electrification. Na saa hii mimi naona hizo ndio inafanyika. Sasa tutapinga ya nini? Kama kazi inafanyika, tunaweza kupinga kweli? Tunangoja ya kupinga. Bado haijapatikana. Tunangoja ya kupinga. Kwa sababu kama manifesto yetu ilikuwa inasema tujenge manyumba na zinajengwa. Tulikuwa tunasema sitima iunganishwe na inafanywa. Tuseme tujenge industries na inajengwa. Sasa bado hajapata kitu ya kupinga. Ndio mimi nangoja kama mpinzani kitu ya kupinga. Ndio mimi nangoja.
Junet is this type of a politician who doesn't know how to hide his feelings. When Junet hates you, he hates you with a passion, and when Junet loves you, he loves you with a passion. Remember the unpalatable words that Junet used to when he was then in opposition originally, when he was an Azimio ardent supporter. Junet used to hurl a lot of unpalatable words towards Kenya Kwanza government. So Junet is this kind of a politician who doesn't know how to hide or how to hide his feelings. And when he comes in and loves what you do, he also defends it with a passion. Remember when President William Samoei Ruto did a cancellation of the Adani deal or airport takeover with Adani, Junet has been so vocal and consistent in saying that Adani is doing the same job in Tanzania. So Junet is still this kind of a politician that is still defending the Adani deal, and is saying that in case you don't agree with him, you should bring on the table a better option than Adani. But with his entry and the team into the government, it's causing some jitters in some quarters of Kenya Kwanza regime. People like Akina Ichungwa, Akina Ndindi Nyoro, those ardent supporters of William Samoei Ruto who were so vocal against Azimio, are having a hard time to have a kind of cordial relationship with this opposition that has now fully settled in the government. because it seems like the president is giving a close ear to those in the opposition, or the opposition that have come into the government. Remember, President Ruto reached out to Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to bring in the expert, the so-called expert, to help him stabilize his government. So where does that leave the Akina Ichung'wah, Akina Ndindi Nyoro, and the likes of this government, because those were the strongest, or the strong soldiers of Kenya Kwanza. They used to be so vocal when defending the Kenya Kwanza manifesto and when they were attacking the opposition. So where does that leave them? Because this now throws them into a bit of confusion. They don't know whether to sing the same gospel as the opposition, or whether to have a different mind that they used to have. Rumors has it that there is some disquiet in the government, and this is because of the perceived opposition being so government than the government itself. Sooner rather than later, we are going to witness a political realignment in the near future. So I don't know, guys, what's your take about the government and the opposition relationship? Because the opposition seem to be in bed with the government, especially when we see the strongest soldier that you are used to be strong critic of the government are now fully settled in and singing the same gospel of government. Let me hear your thoughts on this topic, because I'd love to read your thoughts as well, or your analysis on the same as well. If it is your first time, please don't leave without hitting that subscription button, so that when I do the next video, you'll not miss out. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a lovely day. Yesterday, Amarix took to his Twitter account and said Luhya needs some space, or space on X. For those who doesn't know, space on X is a platform where people come together and just discuss or vent their issues. So yesterday, Amarix said that Luhyas need to have a space on X so that they discuss their issues. If you remember, a week ago, I did a video regarding the Mulembe Nation unit. If you did not watch the video, the link is just below here. Just click on the link down here and you'll watch the video that I did about my analysis about the Mulembe Nation. So according to Amarix, he said that things are not working in Luhyaland. Especially, he pointed out Busia County, and he packaged his idea into 3 Ds. He said Busia is dirty, Busia is disorganized, Busia is dull, Busia is depressed. So if you are watching my video from Busia County, please comment below about the ailing or the issues that are ailing your county. I will also be happy to join the space with Amarix and share the same. And if it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly please hit that subscription button before you leave, and put on a notification bell so that when I do my next video, you will not miss out. For those who do not know, Amarix is a boy child defender. He teaches about masculinity. On Saturday, he always trends on X or Twitter. Amarix played a huge role when Gen Z was sending greetings to MPs by sharing their number so that the people could tell the MPs not to vote for the Finance Bill 2024. So he is a voice to reckon with. He is someone that the young people listens to very much, and he hails from the Mulembe Nation. Here is the tweet that Amarix did on X yesterday that I'd like us to have a look at. We need a Luhya space soon. Abaluhya are suffering from Trans Nzoia to Vihiga, from Busia to Kakamega. Things are just in a mess. Then there is Busia County, the most pathetic county. Busia is dirty, disorganized, dusty, dull, and depressed. 50 Ds of Busia. 50 Ds of Busia. He winds up his tweet with that remarks. And after Amarix did a tweet, there were some comments below his tweet that made me to think about Amarix tweet and say we must have a discussion about this tweet. One Twitter user by the name George T. Diano said, kwanza huko Tongaren ni kama wamelaniwa. There is literally no tarmac road in the whole constituency. There is no electricity and schools are made of mud. Huko ndio governor alipeana 5 million kwa kanisa. Wetangula and Mudavadi are very useful orangutans. Anatembea ndio dawa yao. So guys from Trans Nzoia is the Twitter user by George reflecting by the name George reflecting exactly what's happening on the ground, because apparently it seems there is a problem in the Mulembe Nation, especially when you see the young people are coming out and just venting their anger or pointing out the issues that are bedeviling that area. Apparently the old guard seems to be not getting it. They are still getting it wrong because they are still stuck in the old mindset. They are just doing their campaign revolving around individuals and not ideas. Especially there's a video online that I'll play shortly showing the leaders of Mulembe Nation telling President Ruto to appoint the CS, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, as the Interior CS. I want us to watch that video shortly. But as young people hailing from the Mulembe Nation, I would like us to understand, is the old guard still stuck in the old mindset? And how are we going to uproot them from the old mindset and usher them into the new ideas of the young people? Let's watch this video first.
Guko na kijana yetu anaitwa Musalia Mudavadi, PCS wako. Mheshimiwa Rais, huyu mzee amekaa kwa ndege sana. Naona baridi limeanza kujaa kwa kifua. Nataka arudi hapa nyumbani sasa, pewe kazi ya kukaa karibu hapa. Na nimeona pale kwa kabineti yako kuna mahali naona. Mheshimiwa Rais, ukifikiria vizuri na uombe utukumbuke huyu Mheshimiwa Mudavadi asiende sana kwa ndege.
Your Excellency, waheshimiwa ambayo ni vijana wamekuomba maneno ya Musalia Mudavadi, unaweza kuwa hujaishikilia vizuri. Vile wamesema amechoka kupanda ndege, unaweza toka ukafikiri wale wanasema umwachishe kazi. Hapana. We want, Your Excellency, with your pleasure, Honorable Musalia, to continue as a minister in your cabinet. However, wakati uliamua kwamba umtengeneze acting minister for internal security, sasa umeenda safari mzuri. Toa yeye kwa maneno ya foreign, weka yeye kwa internal security. Hiyo ndio wizara yenye sisi tunajitaka sifa yetu iwe vile Burudi na Bwera alilinda Kenya akiwa Minister for Internal Security wa Daniel Moi. Mheshimiwa Mudavadi, kazi ndio hiyo mimi nimekuombea. Vana veru. Mubole mbona kumubora?
So those are leaders from Mulembe Nation forwarding their demands to President William Samoei Ruto and telling them what they think needs to be done. As a young person from Mulembe Nation, do you agree with those leaders? Let me read your comment in the comment section below, so that I just want to understand, especially those people who are coming from Busia County that has been pointed out by so many tweets on X saying that it's a mess. Is that really what is reflected on the ground? I'd like to understand. If it is your first time on my channel, please don't leave without hitting the subscription button. Support my channel, share my content so that when I do the next video, you will not miss out. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.
He has said yes. To go live and tell people that they don't come to the street.
Yes, today. Yes, show me the evidence.
And told people that was
Well guys, let's talk about politics and the impact that the youth are going to have on the politics of Kenya. Remember, currently the youths hold a large percentage of population of Kenya, and the youths are going to determine the direction that this country is going to take. So we want to analyze the impact that the youth are going to have on the politics of Kenya. Especially we are asking ourselves, are the youths vocal enough to to engage the old guards or the wazees that are still sitting in the politics or that are still controlling the politics of Kenya. That's what I want us to focus on, and especially I'm going to talk about the emerging youth leaders, or currently the wave that is known as the Gen Z. Is the Gen Z going to have an impact on our 2027 general election? Hello guys, and welcome to my channel this afternoon. If it is your first time, please don't leave without hitting that subscription button, like my content and share my content as well, and I'll be glad to engage you. Before the upraising of the Gen Z towards the June 25th financial bill situation, remember the old guards or the wazees used to control the narrative of politics of Kenya. Among them is what we call the dynasties. Dynasties is your great-grandfather used to be a politician, your grandfather became a politician, you became a politician as well, and you are eyeing or you are planning to leave your seat to your child. That's the dynasty that we are talking about. There are these people that controls a certain narrative or that believes that leadership is belonging only to them. But apparently the youths are disrupting this system, especially with the work or with the rising of the Gen Z factor. It's giving this wazees a hard time. They are having a hard time to maintain their political status quo. That's what I want us to talk about this afternoon, guys. And remember, recently there was a demonstration regarding the abduction that is taking place in our country. And two famous youths, or two Gen Zs, I don't know if they are Gen Zs or others are millennials, they met at Gigiri police station, and apparently there was altercation. This is none other than Morara, Kebaso, and Hanifa. They accused Morara because previously Morara had said that there are those activists who are paid to participate in the Maandamano. So they came out strongly criticizing Morara on what he said. But Morara refuted the claims and said that he did not utter such utterances and challenged them to issue the evidence. This is the video. Let's watch.
Wewe ulisema kwamba tusiende maandamano, sisi tumelipwa. Kwa hivyo hizo pesa zimefikia pia wewe. Na umekuja sasa kuchukua tu mileage. Umekuja tu mileage. Anifa.
No, I'm also asking you, why did you go live and tell people that they don't come to the street?
Yes, today. Yes. Show me the evidence.
And told people that wasije tumelipwa.
Now let me tell you guys something. For sure.
It's either you're with us or you're not with us.
Let me tell you something. We have one enemy and that enemy is me.
And the people
I have never had
You
a
should know that.
live on TikTok or where? Just TikTok, you know. I've never had a live for the last 3 months.
Okay, but umekuwa
Wait,
the whole day.
that's not one issue. No. One issue at a time. You said, I said. No. Nilisema kwamba mmelipwa. I have never been live for 3 months.
No, let's focus
So
on
when is this live happening?
We are here to sort out issues of Mkia Omtata. You will not create chaos here.
Nani alikupea habari? Nani alikupea habari?
You will not create chaos here. We are here.
From today we agree on one thing. We need to stay united as a movement. And side shows, lies, misconceptions, those things we will not accept. We have to stand together. We have to stand together.
We are
as a
here
movement.
to follow up on the release and the status of Mkia Omtata. The rest of the matters will be handled by the individuals concerned at their most appropriate.
Perfect.
Based on the video that we've just watched right now, you can tell that the task ahead, or the difficult task ahead to unite the youth, it's going to be the unity of the youth, because it seems every leader has his own aspiration or ambition towards 2027. Remember, Morara Kebaso came out and declared his interest in candidature of presidency in 2027, and he came out with a party called Inject Party. Before that, Morara used to run a Vampire Diary. Vampire Diary was this episode of this program that used to highlight the stalled project that the president had commenced or had launched, and it earned him a lot of fame because So many people sent videos, others resonated and said, yes, true, whatever he was highlighting, it's true that the projects are not in progress. On the other hand, Hanifa was the face of Maandamano come June 2024 because she is this leader that mobilized so many youths through her Twitter handle to come out in large number and reject the finance bill. She also played a major role in handling the finances of Mchanga or paying the hospital bills, the fundraising and the finances that were done through Mchanga to pay the hospital bills of the victim of brutality during the demonstration. So the two Gen Zs or the two youths seem to be having an interest in 2027, and they are all fighting for the leadership of the young people. So it's going to be very difficult to unite. It seems it's going to be very difficult to unite the two come 2027. I don't know what's your take, guys, regarding youths and politics in Kenya, because it seems going forward the youths are determined that they are going to step in and demand their rightful space in the leadership of this country. Especially most of the youths are going to ride on the wave that is in the country. But remember, for you to handle politics in Kenya, or for you to be successful in politics in Kenya, you need a few things. One of them, you need deep pockets. Apparently our youth seem to be having shallow pockets, as in they don't have enough finances to cater for their campaigns and so on. So I think that's the advantage that the old guard still has above the youths. But currently it seems the narrative of tribal arithmetic is not adding up anymore, because the youth are moving away from that narrative quick and fast. If it is your first time on my channel, please don't leave without hitting that subscription button, like and share my content, and I'd be so grateful. Thank you guys, and have a lovely day.